Did you say something?
Water, please.
Are you on a Richard?
Yep. Hi, guys. Good evening. Finally, I'm on. Sorry I wasn't on yesterday. I wasn't feeling too good. Episode 8, my goodness, already. Can't believe it's gone so quick. 8 episodes I've done. How exciting. Anyway, hey, Jello. Today's topic is empathy, like versus being an empath. So, hi, Mon. So this, empathy versus empath. So they're two different things, and a lot of people can get them confused. Hi, Liz. So, hey, Amelia. I think Amelia's an empath. She takes after me. All right, so look, I'll start off with empathy. So the meaning of these words, empathy is the ability to understand the feelings of others. So you have empathy for example, would be knowing how another is feeling when they lose someone, break up, pain, etc. Most likely it's something you can relate to. So, say example, empathy, it's like, probably the everyday term would be like feeling sorry for someone, understanding someone, what they're going through, and that's about it. It just stops there. So empathy, that's what it means. Now, being an empath, which is the subject I will be talking about today. There's another empath, my sister. Not much of that going around these days, unfortunately, Monica says. It's, I think everyone's a little bit self-absorbed, worrying about themselves, I guess, which is understandable. Everyone's probably looking within. Hi, Jan. Okay, so the meaning of, my son just brought me water. Empathy. Now, empathy, an empath. Rub empathy away. We're now going to talk about being an empath. See if you can relate to being one. So, the meaning of an empath, of being an empath, is a highly sensitive individual. So do you find yourself being a highly sensitive individual? Hi, sis. Who have a keen ability to sense what people around them are thinking and feeling. Psychologists apparently say may use the term empath to describe a person that experiences a great deal of empathy, often to the point of taking on all the pain of others at their own expense. So I think, many of you will probably be one of these, so keep going. Examples of empathy would be knowing how another is feeling when they lose someone, break up, pain, but like I said before, like empathy, but taking on the person's sadness, and you feel the emotions they are feeling, and you become anxious to help them feel better, and the need to take it away from them so they can feel better. Which may cause a lot of sleepless nights. So being an empath can be toxic. It can be a toxic attribute to have for yourself. You sense right away the mood and energy someone is feeling without them saying a word. Many empaths do not ask the person if anything is wrong and may automatically think that they may have done something wrong themselves. So in a way, it's like you meet someone for the first time and you can automatically know. I think, me personally, I think I am an empath. What I notice straight away is somebody's mood. I always say this. People say, what's the first thing you notice about someone? And I always say it's their mood, because I can sense it straight away. You just know. You read it with their eyes. You can see it in their eyes when something's wrong, or if they're happy or whatever. So that's probably a good thing for me because I've learned to overcome taking their energy on. So I don't know if many of you are at that level right now. So again, being an empath is taking on someone else's energy. Again, feeling sorry for them. Oh, it can mean a lot of things, but I think, like I said, the way it can be toxic is taking on that energy and feeling that you have to help these people to recover from what they're going through, what they're feeling. You feel that it's your job to do that. Yeah, so I've passed that in a way that you have to sort of recognize that it is their issue. Be there for them, definitely be there for them. I've come to the point where, again, where I'm an empath, I will ask straight away what's wrong. I really like to know. Thank you, Liz. Hi, Mariella. Who else has said hi? Danny. Hi, Danny. Yeah, I like to get that part out of the way. I don't like having conversations where I need to be the one always talking because they're not in the right frame of mind at the time or whatever. So okay, Sandra's here because tonight I've got a special guest. I've got my bestie Sandra coming on to talk about her experience about being an empath. So yeah, we talk a lot about this. So I'm going to try and get her on. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it works. So before I get her on again, so hi to Sandra, everyone. She's on. The way I've dealt with passing the toxic side of being an empath is to go straight in and ask the question, how are you feeling? What's going on? And if they deny it, I can sense something's wrong with you. You know, it'd be great if you tell me. You know, you can talk to me. You know, I'm not judgmental because as I don't judge in that way, because I know that everyone has issues and I'd like to know about it. So, look, I'll bring on Sandra. Hopefully, she can talk about her experience as being an empath. And hopefully it'd be very interesting. Let me try and get her on. All right, let's go. Sandra. Let's have a look. Where is she? Sandra, where are you? You're not on my list. Where is she? Ah, there she is. Let's hope this works. Come on, Sandra. Still waiting for Sandra. Do you know what you're doing? Comment if it's not working. Hello. Oh, it's failed. It's interesting. I'll try again. I'll try one more time. So see how we go. And add. Oh, let's see. Hang on. Okay. Let's. There we are. Let's try again. Know what, Domino? Know what, Domino? Please work. Well, while trying to get her back on. Also, being an empath wants to be on your video. Yeah, so what do I do? Okay, so let's have a look. Sandra, where are you? I don't know what's going on. Liz wants to come on. Let's try Liz. Can you come on, Liz? I think I need to work this out because it's not working. Sorry, guys. Now everyone wants to be in my video. Why is it not... am I doing something wrong, guys? Can't bring Elizabeth on camera. There's already a guest on the broadcast. So who is it? I am so sorry, guys. I really don't know what's going on. Can someone give me some advice, please, as why it's not working? Yes, I've requested Sandra and nothing's happening. So I don't know. I'll have to probably work on that. So it lets me request you though, so it should come up on her. No, it's not working. Let me try you, Amelia. Let's have a look. Where's Amelia? Let's try Michelle. This is sorry, guys. It's such a waste of time. Just forward the video if you're watching it from on replay, because I can't seem to work out how to get guests on. PJ! No, it's saying adding, but it just won't connect. Connection failed. So I don't know what to do. I am so sorry. Okay, so I'll keep talking. I'm not even getting comments. Here we go. It's asking you to request me. Yes, I've done that and nothing is happening. So, I can't restart because then I'll have to cut it off again. So, sorry guys. Sorry, Sandra. Questions. Who believes they are an empath? An empath? Who's an empath? Hello, Andrea. Oh. Yeah, I've got to get this camera sorted. I really had my hopes up getting Sandra on tonight to talk about her experience. So what I might do is probably do a video with her and post it on after this, if that makes sense. Sandra, I'm so sorry. All right. So anyone have experience? Who believes they're an empath? And I can, or ask me some questions like all right, like I said, there's a difference between empathy and an empath. An empathy, Monica, yes. And how do you deal with it, being an empath? What do you struggle with? I know you are, Amelia. Comment below and tell me what you's I'm not sure what it is. Oh, sorry, Andrea. Maybe if you watch it on replay, I sort of explained roughly my opinion and roughly what being an empath is. An empath is a sensitive person that takes on people's emotions and feelings. Yes. So are you guys one of them? Do you believe one of them? I want to go back to Monica. She added that. Was it Monica? That said she believes she's an empath. Hi, Kiara. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I may be. Okay, Andrea, how do you deal with it? How do you guys deal with being an empath? You need to ground yourself to deal. See, that's why I needed Sandra to come on, because not a lot of people will understand what you mean by that, and that way you could have explained. You need to ground yourself to deal with it. So, Sandra wants to be... Okay, let's try again. No. Nope. Nope. Let's try again. See, Sandra is more, she's a Reiki master. So she goes along the lines of more of a spiritual oh no, she's still not connecting. Yeah, so she's into Reiki. She concentrates more on energy. She from the universe, I think, more than anything. She does Reiki, so she can explain on her side with the way she deals with being an empath. That's what I mean. It would have been great if she was on. So who else? Sorry, hon, I have to do a rewatch, definitely. So Elizabeth, there is an empath. And how do you deal with it? That's why, Shulk, it would have been good to have Sandra on talking about it. So we'll probably do a video together and she can talk about the way she deals with it. Well, look, I'll talk about the way I deal with it, I think. I sort of explained a little bit how I do deal with being an empath. All right, so I'll just use an example. Say I met someone, even a stranger, you sort of just connect straight away. So I'm more on a, again, religious, spiritual level. I can sense exactly what that stranger is feeling, and my thoughts straight away would go to Jesus, how Jesus would deal with it. This is the way I cope, okay? So I'm not making this a religious video or anything. I'm just saying this is how I deal with it. I will, once I'm speaking to the stranger and I can notice that they're not right or they're not having a really good day, I will mention it. I will say, oh, what's up? You don't seem to be happy, or I sense that you're not, doing well. Is everything okay? Most of the time, they will straight away say, no, I'm good. And you sort of really have to say, you sure? Because you can tell. And then hopefully they will open up and let them express themselves. And you'll notice that their behaviour will change, their energy will change. And hopefully you could be their shoulder to cry on, So back in the day, I used to take that energy on board, and a lot of time you would take it personally. You'd think that you've done something wrong, and you probably wouldn't even ask them, because you straight away, once you feel that energy, you think you've done something, or they're talking about you, or, you get that energy straight away. But once you pass that, once you realise that not everyone's going to be a happy person when you meet them, that they are going to have some personal issues, and it may come across that you've done something wrong. Most of the time, 99% of the time, you've done nothing, and all they need to do is just probably talk about it and express themselves. Some might not, and that's fine. You just let them go. Just hope, you wish them the best, and don't take it on. Let it go. Again, I passed that level of not taking it on by just accepting that people can feel the way they're feeling, and you can sort of remove that energy by sort of protecting yourself and saying a little prayer for them, and just having empathy for them. That's when empathy comes in. So I get confused. So I've learnt, though I'm an empath, I have now turned back to being empathetic, having empathy for them. So again, empathy being an empath can be toxic to yourself. So you sort of turn that energy into being empathetic. Hope I'm not confusing you all. Yeah. I pray to Jesus to give me strength. You know what, Liz? You really don't need the strength, because it's not your energy from that person to take on board. So you need to practice not taking the energy on. You just, you turn it into turn it into empathy instead of being an empath. Yes, I say that, but deep down, I don't want to be a pain to tell them how I feel. Oh, okay. So I think that's a different subject, Liz. So you would probably be the person that an empath would confront and talk to. So I deal with it by breathing and talking about it, yeah. Shelka, I'll do that video with Sandra and she can explain what she does. So, example, so Liz, I think that's a different subject, sweetheart. You're more than likely to keep to yourself. In what way, Michelle? Because no. So look, being an empath is someone that sort of look, you could have that same energy as well as what these people you're confronting are. But I'm talking about people that when they meet someone, a friend, family member, stranger, and you could sort of sense their energy is not right. They're not in a good mood. And how you deal with that, not the opposite. No, Mish. Michelle and Liz, I think, are getting it a bit wrong. It's the opposite, the other way around. If you meet someone that's doesn't have a good aura around them, they seem upset, they seem quiet, they don't have they don't feel like talking. Like you can tell there's something wrong with them. Even if, like I said, even a stranger, you'll bump into someone. And so in the supermarket, again, someone will get angry at you because you've pushed in line or something like that. You can sort of feel that energy, that person that's yelling and getting upset at that time. How can I explain? You sort of get that energy off them. You sort of feel for them, All right, you sort of think, oh, there's something upsetting them. I wonder what it is, because no one really, that's a good person or whatever, would react that way. Yeah, I understand not everyone is an empath. That's why I'm trying to find out if anyone can relate to being an empath, if they can find out. Because some people can be empaths and don't know what it is, and don't really understand why they are the way they are. In a good place, Joanne, you just know the person is not in a good place. Yes, that's exactly it. Perfectly said, Mon. In a good place. So you just ask the person, you sort of just know that the person is not in the right place, in a good place. So you sort of take that on. And like I said, you take it on in a way that you feel like you've done something wrong, which most likely you haven't done anything wrong. It's most likely that they have an issue, they have a problem. Yeah, it can be a negative energy, Grace, but negative energy, it depends how you take it, like how you take their energy. Well, once you pass being an empath, you sort of realize that it's not your issue. You don't take it on. Some people, like I said, when you're a real empath, you take it on. You can't sleep. You want to fix them, and you just take it on. You just take on that energy. It can be toxic as well, but once you learn to deal with not taking it on board, it doesn't mean it is toxic. So, okay, let's have a look at, you know me, you have done that with me. Yes, I have, Mon. Yeah. Because I've always known Monica's a beautiful person, always a beautiful person. And I knew that there was this beautiful person inside. And I just wanted her to see that. So I'm glad she finally realized how beautiful and amazing and how much amazing energy she can bring to the world. So I'm glad. I'm so glad. Lashing out at the world because they are suffering. Yes, they are, Grace. They play a victim. But I'm sort of really not focusing on that. I'm focusing on how you deal with it, if that makes sense. Oh, pleasure, mine. Love you. I take it like someone is suffering in some way and they are hurting. Example, yes. That's perfect example, Grace. You can tell straight away. You can tell straight away that something's wrong. And you need to tread carefully. So the way to deal with that is asking them, what's wrong. If they need someone to talk to me, Yes, you need to recognize it's your or theirs. If it's yours or theirs, that's right. And most of the time, Sandra, it is their issue, not yours. Yes, I know you're an empath, Amelia, because you take after me. So yeah, like I said, to overcome being an empath, you'll always be an empath, but an empath that doesn't take on the that energy and feeling that you need to fix them. At the end of the day, it's up to them. Some people learn quicker than others, so I keep smiling and ask if something's wrong or try and help. Perfect. That's the best way to do it. But once you leave that person, you have to let it go, because again, taking on someone else's energy can be very toxic. So, I wish Sandra came on with me. This would have been so much easier. So, do people understand what the difference is between being empathetic, having empathy, or being an empath? It becomes draining. Exactly. So mine, you definitely are an empath. So what you need to work on at this stage, because it does drain you, you need to say to yourself, it's their issue. It's not yours. And try not to take it on board. Hope that makes sense and you can understand that. It doesn't need to be draining. Remove that, because it's not you, it's them. That's like what Sandra said. It's either you look after yourself or you're going to look after them. You'll look after yourself first. If you're going to take on that energy, it's probably not a good thing to, how can I explain it? To keep going on with that conversation. Just remove yourself from it. Don't worry, Mel, you can watch it on the replay if you like. I distance myself from those people. Yes, that is one way of dealing with being an empath. You just walk away, because if it's not good for your energy, not good for your soul, yep, remove yourself. A smile is amazing therapy, and yes, toxic if you take it on. So, that's right, Grace. I'm sorry to alarm you, but I can see orbs flying behind you, lovely. Yep. I love orbs. What is it better to be, empathetic or an empath? I'd say empathetic. Empathetic would be the safest bet, I think, because you're there for that person, and you're trying to understand what they're going through. So, and that's it. You let it go. You go home and probably say a prayer for them or send them good energy. Being an empath can be, toxic, draining, if you take it on board. So I would say being empathetic is probably better than being an empath. Helen, so true. I know what that's like. You get drained. Yes. So you need to work on that. If you're the kind of person that gets drained, we need to work on removing that energy. Sometimes, let's see, Sandra. Sometimes if they don't want help, you need to let that go. Sometimes they need to be selfish and think of you. Exactly. Exactly. Well said, Sandra. Liz, I tried asking people, but they keep putting you down. What do you mean by that, Liz? I am blessed, Mom. Let's Grace. I have a friend that has issues and have tried to be there for them. But in the end, I was feeling drained and upset. Let's have a look. Upset all the time, so I had to let go. Felt bad, but I was suffering. Yes, perfect. Perfect. At least you know in your heart that you've done all you can for them. I've described on another video where I had a friend that was the same. You try and be there for them, and it didn't really drain me. It really did. And I did have to let her go because at the end of the day, it was hurting me. It was doing damage to me. You know, it was constantly in my mind. You know, what can I do to help? You know, why is she... actually, she was targeting me, you know, like... I don't think she believed I was a positive person and tried to bring me down as well. So I had to end that friendship, and I ended it in a loving way, the lovingest way I could. You know, I wished her all the best, told her I loved her, and that the friendship had to end because, again, I had to think of myself and what's right for me and my family. Because yeah, if you're not right, you're not gonna cope daily. You're not gonna cope. Just looking at some more. What would you think I am? I think I'm both. That's Melanie. I think, from what I know, you are empathetic, Mel. Empath, I'm not quite sure. So I don't know. Do you take on, do you recognize straight away when someone's not in their right way of thinking or their energy? Do you feel that there's something wrong? That would explain a bit more. Okay, Liz again. How they treat me. Okay, I had to let family members go. Like, I'd ask them what did I do so bad, so I had to let them go. So, Liz, you sort of felt you felt their energy, like you felt that there was something wrong. You could sort of tell that they weren't right with you or weren't right all up. Maybe they had something else, another issue. Okay, my sister says, Antoinette, I bring in a higher source to work through me to help. That way it doesn't drain me. Perfect. Let it go. Surrender it. You need to surrender it. The only person you really need to worry about is yourself. You know, it's great when you care for someone else and you're there for them. But when it gets to a point where you just repeating yourself, you need to let that person go. So that's the way I deal with it. Before like I said, take it on board. So yeah, the best way to do when you're an empath and you take on that energy and it's draining you, where it's occupying your mind all day, you need to ask yourself, is this worth it? Does this really affect me? You know, do I really need to fix this person? No, because you're ruining yourself, your soul, your energy. You need to let that go. Even though you love them, you still love them. It doesn't mean, you know, you have to break up friendships or anything like that. But if it gets to the point where, you know, enough is enough, you need to break up that friendship and that energy. All right, Melanie. Sometimes I have to walk away because I get caught in their emotions and feel guilty. My stepson is a prime example. Yeah. 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 That's a more tricky one, Mel, because when it's family, it's a bit harder. So the best thing to do is just walk away. Feeling guilty. Yes, I haven't mentioned feeling guilty being part of being an empath. Again, like when you're trying to help someone and you feel that it's not working and they're not taking on your advice, vice versa, you feel guilty that you couldn't help them. You know what? At the end of the day, you could help them. You were trying to help them. At the end of the day, there's a fine line. Like you sort of say to yourself, I've tried my hardest. You got to look deep within. Did you try your hardest? Were you there for them? If you can walk away from that issue feeling great about yourself because you've done all you could, that's all you need to do. Just walk away and remove that guilt, because there's no need to feel guilty because it's not your issue. Thanks, Diane. Have fun at work. Thanks. Okay, Helen says she was probably getting used, Liz. I let go as well, needed to. Good. Okay. So, Francie says, I find the best way is to fight fire with fire. No, you don't. Monica, you got to leave it where you find it. Walk and leave it there. Otherwise, it attaches to your soul. Exactly. Let it go. You just surrender it. I surrender it to Jesus. And I surrender them to Jesus because you really want the best for them. And once you get to a point where you feel you can't do anymore, you just surrender them. Julie Cleager says, I feel guilty saying no as well. I think that's another subject, Julie. Someone else mentioned that. How do we say no? All right, I'm gonna probably do that next week. That'll be my next video. Not feeling guilty saying no. Grace, that's what was happening. Repeating myself, even though I offered good advice, they still couldn't help themselves to move on. We are still friends, so I didn't lose a friend from it. For that, I'm grateful. Beautiful, Grace. That's the best outcome. That is the best outcome. And you got to say to yourself, you sort of still be there for them and live by example. If they can see you being a happy person and getting on with your life, that's the only thing you can do. Be an example. Because once you give advice and it's not taken, like I said, at the end of the day, let them go and either pray for them, send them good energy, and just be there for them, for the fun times. If that, makes sense. Oh, let's go shopping. Let's go do this. Concentrate on fun stuff. I love you too, Joe. Francie, thanks. So true. Let's see, Amelia. What about, say, for example, when Nunu died, how the whole family was sad and you were dealing with the same thing? Hang on, let's have a look. Start that again, Amelia. What about, say, for example, when Nunu died, how the whole family was sad and you were dealing with the same thing, but would you do there? What did I do there? What did I do there? You know what? What I did then, Amelia, I just cried. I just cried and watched everyone cry. There was a reason. In that situation, Amelia, my little girl, everyone knew why they were sad or upset, closed off. We all felt each other's energy at that time when Nunu died. Which is my dad, for those watching, Amelia's grandfather. I think at the end of the day, we all had empathy for each other. Empathy. we didn't need to take on each other's energy, so we sort of knew what everyone was feeling. So we cried, we laughed with memories. So yeah, we were all empathetic at that time because we all knew what each other was feeling. So there. Does that answer it, Amelia? Was there anything else you wanted to ask about Nannu? Yep, that was a hard time. Sandra, anything else you want to say? Good morning, Rick. Or Debbie, whoever's on. What else would you like to ask, Amelia? Cool. Okay, guys. I hope you guys can watch this on replay again. Maybe it'll make a bit more sense, you know, watching it the second time, maybe even the third time. And it would be awesome if you can share it to help others, I guess, maybe to explain. Thanks, Amelia. Okay. Yeah, so it'd be good to, if you know somebody that's like that kind of person. Again, Sandra and I will chat about it more. Hopefully you'll get more out of me from that, because I just get lost in sometimes I get off the video sometimes and I'm like, why didn't I say that? Damn, why didn't I say that? So hopefully when I do a one-on-one video with Sandra, you can watch us chat and hopefully you can get something out of that. So, and she'll probably talk more about how to release that energy, that the guilt that you feel when you're an empath and stuff like that. Wouldn't that be right, Sandra? Excuse me. Any more questions? I'll wait another minute and I'll blabble on. And if anyone wants to ask anything, you can also comment. And welcome again. Thanks, guys, for watching it on replay. To the ones that are watching it on replay, I would love you to go on my YouTube channel, Ask Joanne, and subscribe. I only have 26 subscribers, which is okay. That's okay. But it'd be good to have more viewers to help people out. So look forward to seeing you on my YouTube as subscribers. And comment too once you're there. Like, you can share it. I would love you guys to share this. I know Liz does. My number one fan is Elizabeth. So, and she knows that. All right, guys, I'm off. If you have any more questions, please message me or comment down below. And catch you next week, hopefully. Good night, everyone. And remember, be selfish, but not too selfish. Love you all. See you next time.